Hi, I'm Cave Johnson, and today we're going to be talking about hydroponics, which is one of the most forward-looking methods of agriculture at the moment. Now, I have a special guest on the show today, and he is a researcher from University of Agriculture in South Africa, and it is George Oakman. Welcome to the show, George.
Thank you very much.
Now, George, what exactly is hydroponics?
Well, that is a very good question, Cave. And I would have to say that, in the simplest terms, hydroponics is a method of growing plants in a water solution, hence hydroponics, containing obviously water, along with nutrients such as potassium and magnesium, which are needed for the proper growth of the plants.
Now, George, why exactly are we looking into this method of agriculture? Why not just stick with conventional farming techniques?
Well, there are many advantages of hydroponics as compared with conventional agriculture. Firstly, the most prevalent of which is that hydroponics can be used in barren wastelands where there is no chance of ever being able to grow from the soil. And this technique can be used everywhere. Hydroponics can be used in the savannah, in very dry soil, even in deserts.
But doesn't the shortage of water pose a problem for your hydroponics?
This is a very common misconception. Even though hydroponics is water-based and it uses water very, very much, the unused water is reused and recycled rather than draining away into the soil. And this actually means that it is far more water efficient than conventional farming techniques. Another advantage is to do with the actual water solution that is used in the technique, and that is that the solution is made from pure water and nutrients, which means the farmer has far more control over the exact nutrients levels and the acidity of the soil. Thirdly, Cave, have you heard of vertical farming?
Oh yeah, sure. The farms in glass skyscrapers.
Yes. Hydroponics makes this a far more realistic prospect due to the lightweight equipment and the reduction in the need for space. Hydroponics does not need as much space as conventional farming techniques due to the fact that it can be done without soil, which takes up vast amounts of space to get the right concentrations of nutrients in it. Finally, hydroponics allows the growth of crops all year round, and it is done mostly in greenhouses, which allows this. And there is no competition with weeds for nutrients because weeds cannot be seeded into the water.
So, George, this all seems very impressive, but why isn't everyone using hydroponics? Why isn't it the forefront of farming at the moment?
Well, unfortunately, hydroponics does have its downsides. For instance, being a very young idea, the equipment needed is very, very expensive, as only a few companies actually manufacture this equipment. Also, there is a power cut or malfunction with your machinery. Huge amounts of crops can be lost very quickly indeed. And also waterborne diseases. This is the most terrible one. Very quickly they can spread. It's a huge problem in developing countries with malaria and other waterborne diseases.
Okay, George, I'll have to stop you there, but that is all the time we have. That has been George Oakman on hydroponics, and I have been Cave Johnson. Thank you for listening.